Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be setting up this new coming week in my catch-all planner portion of my Franken planner or my home planner, whatever I want to call it. I think I have the section labeled home, so we'll just go with that. It is the last month in my Beetlejuice planner, so that is exciting. I'll have a completed planner here very soon. Just get that out. So the next 2 weeks we have, especially next week, we have a lot of, not a lot, but we've got several appointments coming up. And then the following week we got a couple. The one thing I will not miss is having to white out the petals every single week. Alright, so for this week what I was going to do was use this pets sticker book. Just kind of do a little something different before leading into like doing Christmas spreads and stuff, because I probably will start doing that next week. Well, I may do a winter one and then go into Christmas. Maybe we'll see. But I didn't want to jump into it right away this week, just because I like to be able to save my seasonal stickers. I always cover up that with a box sticker right away. So now I will mark the days that my husband works his main job with these paw stickers. And now I'm going to go in and mark appointments. Probably just going to go ahead and use these monthly shaped boxes, just because I don't expect to use this box or this sticker book for a monthly. I could be wrong, but I don't expect to. Okay. Couple here. And my daughter does have some tests on that day. Oh, and she also has so she has some tests, and she also has reoccurring meeting in this program that she's taken part in. Now I know what I need to do. Need to scoot box up. I will have to get a note, an excuse from the hospital, because even though she does online, we still have to record her attendance, and one of the requirements is she has to participate in live lessons. Well, her test will be during the live lessons, so I'll have to get an excuse for that. I try not to schedule anything during that time, just that way we don't have to miss if we don't have to. But this particular test, it's some imaging being done, and it's some imaging being done, and so we just kind of had to take whatever time we get because they stay so booked up. Throw in some of these little cats. I guess this is going to turn into mostly a cat spread, it appears. We have had dogs. We lost our last dog 2 Christmases ago. She was 14. Well, she would have been 15 the following March. But she was having a lot of health issues, and yeah, it was time. She was in a lot of pain, and we tried multiple medications. She was on like 3 different pain meds at that time, and we have the belief that when they get to that point, quality is more important than quantity, and she was not having the quality of life that she deserved. And so we made the hard decision to have her go peacefully. And so we haven't had a dog since. Now we do have 4 cats, as you have probably heard a few times where I've had to pause and everything else because they do get quite wild and rambunctious sometimes. We love them, but boy, can they be a handful sometimes. The youngest one, um, we took her in. She had had babies. She was only like she was um, a stray cat essentially. My guess is she was born um, born on the streets too, just because of the way she acted. Um, and she was only 5 months old when she got pregnant and had kittens. You know, that's why it's so important to spay and neuter if you can, because she had no control of it. She was out and, she was wild and uh, wasn't able to be provided that care. Um, and she had three little boys, and so she was a boy mom. And with some help, the kittens got provided care and adopted, and uh, the mom was left. And before we took her, our daughter wanted to uh, name her something, just have something to call her. And when they would go to feed her, to call her to get her to come out. So she came up with the name Gypsy. Um, I don't remember where she came up with it at, but um, she wanted to call her Gypsy. And uh, so her legal name, as she gets called when she gets into mischief, is Gypsy Queen. So, um, yeah, she's heard that a lot since we put our Christmas trees up, because all the she thinks all three of them are her personal um, toy uh, providers. Especially, we got a small little table tree in the hallway, and yeah, she thinks it is all for her. The big tree, the main tree in the living room, she thinks, well, she's only tried to climb it once. I fussed at her. She, I think she got the hint on that, and she hasn't um, tried climbing it anymore, but she does still try to go for all the ornaments. So, yeah, um, it's busy. Of course, she's still a baby. Um, she is 3 this year, I think. I had to go back and look to make sure I'm saying that. I think she is 3, getting ready to turn 4, or no, I think she's 2, getting ready to turn 3. Still a baby. Um, and I think she's making up for lost times, because um, she didn't get to be a baby. The only time she got to be a baby was the short time she was a little tiny kitten, and then as soon as she was old enough, she became a mama. So she didn't get the chance to be that. So she is making up for lost times, and we are happy to let her. But she is definitely a wild girl. And then our oldest, who we say would take over the world if she had usable thumbs, and probably plots many times on how to take us out in our sleep. Um, Although she probably wouldn't do that, mostly because she knows that we feed her, and you know you can't take out the ones that feed you unless she can figure out a way to do it herself. Um, but yeah, it's never boring. And then the two that we call the twins, now they are not twins. They're not from the same litter. We actually got them at two separate times. Well, we adopted the first one from a friend, and then the second one just kind of showed up. And apparently they are within a week of each other on birthday, um, ish, give or take. So we just call them the twins because they're close enough. Um, but yeah, they're wild. He is the only boy in the house. He loves Gypsy. That is his you know his friend, best friend. He loves her. Um, his twin, as we call her, Peaches, he just loves to annoy her, like the typical sibling type of annoyance. Like he likes her, but he just loves like nitpicking and being annoying. But he really does try to, you know, the oldest one. Oh my gosh, he tests her any chance he gets. Um, I think maybe it's because he knows that she um, feels like she's in charge, and he doesn't like that. So it's a dominance thing, and he's been neutered, so it's nothing like that. I think it's because he's the shortest, and he knows he's the smallest, and so he tries to make up with it with the attitude, and especially towards her because she's been here longest and she feels like she's in charge. Yeah, it's always a battle. She is the one that he um, goes after the most when he is hungry and um, wants to take it out on somebody. And yeah, it's never boring. I'm constantly fussing at him. Okay, so I think that's everything. I'm just going to go in right quick and fill everything in. Oh, I need to um, now the papers that we got on her imaging said 10:45, but then when they called for all the pre-appointment stuff, she said that they would call to let us know what time to be there. I'm assuming like either 30 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour before her scheduled time. I'm assuming. Okay, and then it's going to put, actually I'm going to put two there because one is an email reminder And then I have one of my Happy Planner orders expected tomorrow. And I'll just wait until they're all here, and then I'll do one unboxing. All right. I'm just gonna wait to move the bookmark so that way we can see the whole page here. All right, so that does it. And Frank, yep. So that does it for this setup. This is setting up the week of the 8th through the 14th in my home planner using the Pets sticker book. Sticking mostly with orange and black, except those, and mostly cat spread. Um, like I said, I wanted to do something different before jumping into winter and Christmas, you know, themes and all that. So this sticker book, it's a little bit of a challenge because there is a lot of things in there related to things to do with your pets. That'll do it for this. If you liked how this turned out, make sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't yet and you would like to, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.